morning students. Today we are going to start our new chapter of class 8th physics, that is refraction of light, refraction and dispersion of light also. In this chapter we will study the phenomena of refraction of light and causes of it, and also about the lens and the image formation with the help of the lens. But before that we should once recall what we have studied in the previous classes about the light. The first thing about the light is that light is a form of energy which gives us the sensation of visibility. Means light enables us to see the objects around us. The first thing, some properties of light are also there, like that light always travels on a straight path. Light has the maximum velocity, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second in vacuum. This is the speed of light in vacuum. And light can pass through the transparent medium, and partially it can pass through the translucent mediums also. And beside of it, there are some phenomena which are based on the light. Means there are lots of phenomena which are related to light, like the reflection of light, which you have studied in class 7, and here we are going to study about the refraction of light. Both these things are separate from each other. There is a major difference between them. In reflection of light, which we have studied in the previous class, means in class 7, we had studied that the light returns back in the same medium. After striking the surface, it bounces back and reflects back in the same medium. Means there is no change in the medium. But here in the case of the refraction of light, in the case of the refraction of light, the medium changes. Means the light can enter from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. Clear? Lots of mediums are there, lots of transparent mediums are there through which light can pass. Light can pass through vacuum, light can pass through air, it can pass through water, it can pass through gases, and it can also pass through glass, it can also pass through diamond. So there are lots of mediums through which the light can pass through. And when light enters from one medium to another medium, when light goes from one medium, one transparent medium to another transparent medium, at that time it bends from its path, it bends from its actual path, and this bending of light is known as the refraction of light. Means what is refraction? Refraction is that phenomena of light in which when a ray of light enters from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, then it bends from its original path. We know that light travels always on a straight path, but when the medium changes, then it bends from its original path, and this bending of light is known as the refraction of light. Let us see with the help of a diagram here. Suppose this is the interface between the two mediums. Suppose here we have glass and here is air. Two mediums are there, and a ray of light is coming like this. The ray is always indicated with the arrow sign. A ray of light, suppose AO is here. This is incident on point O, and this is the normal drawn at O. Suppose it is named as N dash. If there were no change in the medium at that time, it should be the path of the light. If there were no change in the medium, if the air remains the same, there will be no glass. At that time, this will be the actual path of the incident ray, because the rays always travels on a straight path. But here the medium is changing, and as the medium is changing, it bends like this. It bends like this, and this bending of light is known as what? This bending of light is known as the refraction of light. So here we have discussed that what is refraction. So if someone asks to you that what do you mean by refraction of light, then you have to say that refraction of light is that phenomenon of light in which when a ray of light enters from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, then it bends from its original path, and this bending of light is known as what? This bending of light is known as the refraction of light. Clear? Now let us move to our another topic, that is what is the cause of refraction of light, why this refraction takes place. So if we talk about the cause of the refraction of light, then we can see that the main cause of the refraction of light is the different velocity of light in the different medium. The main cause of what? The main cause of the refraction of light is the different velocity of light in the different medium. So let us see the cause of refraction. Cause of the refraction. So main cause of refraction is difference in the speed of light. But before that we should understand about the two things. The first one is the optically rare medium. Optically rarer medium and optically denser medium. Optically rarer medium and optically denser medium. There are two types of mediums through which light can pass. Obviously this will be the transparent medium, but some of the transparent medium will be optically rarer, means there will be gap between the particles and they will allow the light to pass through them easily. Optically rare means optical density will be less, and optically denser means optical density will be more. Clear? So there are two types of mediums through which light can pass through: optically rarer medium and optically denser medium. Optically rarer mediums will be that in which there will be more speed of light, and optically denser will be that in which there will be less speed of light. So if any medium is optically rarer, then it will have more speed of light, more speed, and if any medium is optically denser, then it will have less speed of light. Clear? Optically rarer and optically denser, there are two types of mediums. What are these? These are mediums through which light can pass. And if any medium is optically rarer, means the particles are away from each other, having gap between them, optical gap, then they will allow the light to pass through them easily, and at that condition there will be high speed of light, more speed of light. But optically denser medium is that type of medium in which the particles of medium are relatively close to each other. Optically denser they are, and when they are optically dense, at that condition there will be less speed of light. You can compare it like the speed breakers, or a traffic jam. If there is lots of traffic jam in the road, at that time speed will be less, like this one. And if there is very less traffic jam, then at that time there will be high speed, more speed. So two mediums are there, optically rarer, optically denser, and these are the main cause of the refraction of light, because in optically rarer medium there is more speed, in optically denser medium there is less speed. Let us see some examples. We have some different types of the refracting mediums, like vacuum, air, water, glass, diamond. In vacuum, the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. In air, it is approximately 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. In water, it is somewhat 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. In glass, it is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. And diamond, it is approximately 1.25 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. So you can see that in different medium there is different speed of light, and because of this different speeds, when it enters from one medium to another medium, then there will be change in the speed, and that change in the speed is actual cause of the refraction of light. So if someone asks you that what is the main cause of the refraction of light, At that time you have to say that the main cause of the refraction of light is the difference in the speed of light due to the changing medium. When there will be change in the medium, then there are two cases possible. It is possible that the speed of light will be increased or speed of light will be decreased, depending upon whether the light is entering from optically rarer medium to denser medium or optically denser medium to rarer medium, and this will decide that in which direction the ray will be bent. Clear? So these are the speeds of light in different mediums. You should note down it in your copy. Pause the video and note down it in your copy. Now let us move to our next topic, which is the rules for refraction of light. Rules for refraction. Rules of refraction of light. So there are basically two rules of the refraction of light. The first rule is for when the ray of light enters from rare medium to denser medium, and the second rule from the when the ray of light enters from denser to rare. Let us see how. Two parts. Suppose this is and this is interface between the two medium. Here we have glass, here we have air, here we have air, here we have glass. Clear? Suppose a ray of light is entering from glass to air, like this one. Now this is said to be AO, incident ray. This ON dash is the normal, and this is the actual path of the ray of light, OA dash. But here the light is entering from glass to air, means denser to rarer. So when a ray of light will enter from denser medium to rarer medium, at that time the speed of light will become more. Denser to rarer, rarer means less traffic jams, so the speed of light will become more, and at that time the ray of light will bend away from normal like this. It is bending away from normal. This is normal and it is bending away from normal. Why? Because it is entering from glass to air, means it is entering from denser to rarer. So this is the first rule of refraction of light, that when a ray of light is enter from denser medium to rarer medium, at that time it will move away from normal. And the second rule, look here, and suppose AO, again we have this normal N and S. Clear? N and S. Now this is the actual path of the ray of light, A dash, AO, OA dash, and here the light is entering from air to glass. Air to glass means what? Rare to denser. So when it is entering from rare to denser medium, then at that time what will happen? Speed will become more or less? Definitely, as the medium is air to glass, means rarer to denser, then at that time the speed will become less, and as the speed will become less, then it will bend towards the normal. So this is the second rule of refraction. So now we have two rules of refraction. When a ray of light enters from denser to rarer, then it goes away from normal. When a ray of light will enter from rare to denser, then it bends towards the normal. So these are the two rules of refraction. Clear? Now let us see some examples that how this bending of light is associated with our daily life experiences. Clear? So let us see with some examples. So here we have a question that why does a pencil appears bent when it is partially immersed in water, but it is partially dipped in water? You might have seen that a stick or a pencil or something which is partially, means some part of it is dipped in water, it appears bent to us when we see it from outside. So let us try to understand it with the diagram, that how does it appears bent. Suppose this is a container in which water has been filled, like this. Water has been filled. Suppose a pencil is kept in this, like this manner. So here pencil is dipped, pencil is kept in this, and some part of it means it is partially immersed in water, half part of this is outside of the water. Now this is the pencil tip, and from this pencil tip and from the other all parts which are dipped in water, there will be a straight line which is said to be the normal. This is the normal. We should draw it straight. Now from this point and from other points also, lots of rays will be directed in this manner. Suppose this is the incident ray and this is the point of incidence. Now at this point of incidence, one more normal can be drawn like this, and it is denser medium because it is water, it is air which is rarer medium. So when the ray of light will enter from a denser to rarer medium, then it will goes away from it, denser to rarer, then it will goes away from normal, and when it will goes away from normal, then the observer who is outside of the container will see these ray of light are coming from this point, and this point is somewhat a little bit above from the actual tip of the pencil, so that the pencil will appear bent like this, means some part of the pencil will appear bent like this. Clear? Similarly, from all the other points, lots of rays will goes from denser to rarer medium, and all those rays will intersect this actual normal at some point which is above from the actual position of the pencil, and there the image of the pencil will be found, and that's why half part of it will appear bent. So this is the explanation of this. You should also keep the book along with you, try to understand it with the diagram explained here with the book also, and if there is again any problem, then you may WhatsApp me your problem. Let us see one more application, that why the ponds or the swimming pool or the river appears less shallower than its actual position. Less shallower means there is a difference between its real depth and the apparent depth. How? Let us see. Now the next question before us is that why a pond or maybe swimming pool or river appears less shallower than actually it is. Means any pond or river appears less shallower than actually at its actual depth. How it appears? Let us see. Suppose this is any water body like a swimming pool, pond or a river, and this is its bottom. Clear? This is what? This is the bottom of the water body. Now in this water body, let us imagine this point. Suppose this is a point here. Now for this point there will be lots of rays, but one ray will be goes like this, normal to it, perpendicular, and other rays will also goes like this, lots of rays. Suppose this ray is the incident ray going in this manner. Now this is the point of incidence for this ray, and at this point of incidence again we have one normal, and this is the denser medium and this is the rarer medium, and here the ray of light is entering from denser to rarer. So when a ray of light will enter from denser to rarer, then it will goes away from normal, and when it will goes away from normal, then the observer will see that this ray appears to be coming from this point, and this point will be the image of this one. This point will be the image of the bottom end. Clear? This point will be the image of the bottom end, and you can see that the image of this point will be forming here, and similarly for all other points of the bottom, the image will be found slightly above from its actual depth. So this depth is known as the apparent depth, and this depth is known as the real depth. What is this? This is the real depth, and this is what, this is the apparent depth. So you can understand that why a pond or swimming pool or river appears less shallower than actually it is. Why? Because of the refraction of light. So when this question will be asked to you, you have to answer that it happens so because of the refraction of light, and then you have to explain it by making the diagram and writing the whole process in your own words. Clear? At the last of this, one video will be there. You can see that video. I will provide the link of that video in the description box, in which I have done some activities related to the refraction of light. So you may watch that and try to understand that phenomena. Lots of questions are also based on that. Now that's all for today. In the next class we will discuss about the refractive index, which is very important question of this chapter, refractive index, and the determination of the refractive index of the different mediums, and also the refraction through the glass slab. Clear? So that's all for today. See you in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Take care.